What actually builds muscle after 40? You got to stop toning and start training smarter. This is one of my most favorite topics. So here's the truth bomb. If you think that lifting, 1 or 2 or 3 pound weights for like a million reps is going to tone you, that is not how it works, especially not after 40. I'll tell you my story. I started strength training right around 40. And at first, I did what the men told me to do. And then I found a smart female personal trainer to work with. But in the beginning, I resisted increasing the weights that I was lifting for months. I would just say, no, I don't want to lift any more weight. My wrists were ridiculous. They were always kind of broken. My shoulders were up around my ears during an overhead press. But gradually, I learned form. I improved my posture, and I looked forward to increasing the volume that I was lifting. Muscle loss after 40, here's what you need to know. Sarcopenia, a nice fancy word, which is muscle loss, starts around 30. Amazing, right? And it accelerates after 40. Muscle loss means you're going to have a slower metabolism, which means there'll be more fat and weaker joints in your body. Because muscle is your metabolic engine, so you want to protect it. And here's the key. And the fancy fitness term is progressive overload. And what that means is that if you're going to commit to a strength training program, and I've suggested that you do that in this video and other videos 2 to 3 times a week, if you really commit to a strength training program, what you are going to need to do is increase your effort over time. And you can increase your effort by increasing the weight, increasing the reps, increasing how much you're doing it, increasing the sets. Muscles need to be challenged to grow. So if you continue to just lift, this is a shoulder lift, the video is small. If you continue to just lift 3 pounds, then your muscles are only going to get so strong, right? But if you keep challenging the muscles and go from a 3 to a 5 to an 8, then you're going to improve, right? And the other way we do that is we work with how many reps we're doing, so that when you start weightlifting, you might only be able to do, like, let's say you could only do 8 bicep curls with a 6 pounds or 8 pounds in your hands, right? And so then you keep doing it, and then you find, oh, look, today I did 10. Progress, right? And then whoop, and then today I did 12. And we like that range. I like to try to, when I increase the, I try to lift at least 8, right? And sometimes I've increased the weight so much I can't, right? And it's fewer than 8, but something like that. And then I gradually build up to 12. And then once I'm doing 12 reps, steadily with good form, then that's my clue that I can add some more volume, right? Lift a little more weight and continue this progressive overload over time. So that's the process, and muscles respond to that by growing. And it's not bulk, right? So I've got a sweater on, but I've been lifting for a very long time, and I am not bulky in any way, shape, or form. I have muscle tone. You can see my muscles, but it's not bulk. Right? It's not bulk at all. So don't worry about bulk. It's very hard for women to get bulk, and men often want bulk. So if you're a man, you don't mind the bulk. If you're a female, you might not want the bulk, but it's very hard to get the bulk if you're female. So what doesn't build muscle? Endless cardio does not build muscle, right? I mean, it might build some muscle your legs are getting stronger if you're doing endless cardio, but that's it, right? Not the rest of the body. And little 3-pound Barbie dumbbells ain't going to do it. And hundreds of rep isn't going to do it either, right? I'd rather go to like 12 and then add some volume and build from there, right? And we cannot ignore recovery. So I start out You can do a dynamic warm up. I often will sort of warm up with my weights, which is fine, right? I'm aware that my body is just warming up and getting ready to move, but I want to move dynamically when before my warm up, before my workout, and then I do my strength training, and then afterwards I'm going to statically stretch every single muscle that I worked that day. I'm going to statically stretch it, and I can show you all the ways to statically stretch those muscles to reward them for all of that hard work, right? I'm also going to eat well, feed my muscles protein, and sleep well, right? So recovery is really key. Um, and sort of the ones above, or we call them effort wasters, not muscle builders, right? We want to build those muscles. Let me talk about Angela. So this is a classic young, older woman who came in, and she would do 4 sets of 25 reps with like 1 pound dumbbells, right? And there was no definition. Triceps were flouncy. I mean, there's no definition in the arms anywhere. No strength getting built, and she also happened to have poor form, right? So I encouraged her to just like let's increase the amount of weight that's in your hand. Let's do fewer reps with better form. And she started to see actual progress and notice, oh, this is working. Strong looks different after 40. Fewer reps, better form, progressive load, smart recovery, building strength, which gains you confidence and longevity. If you are interested in talking about muscles, and I will talk about muscles all day long, just book a discovery call, and we can talk about an approach that will support your lifestyle and on your schedule. The next video I'm going to make is about flipping the script on food guilt. Food is there to nourish us, nourish our building muscles. So do book a call. Love to see you. Love to talk to you. Thanks for listening.